cattle battle.
Welcome back to the Ranch It Up Radio Show, the most information packed into a 30-minute program that you can find. It's your all things ranching newscast, and so glad to be hanging out with y'all. Questions, comments, concerns, criticisms, rants, it doesn't matter. Give us a call or text us at 707-RANCH20. That's 707-726-2420. Our email, ranchitupshow@gmail.com. And prowling around social media at Ranch It Up Show. EID tags. More of a Q&A today by listener request. Jerry in Missouri requested additional information about EID tags. And Jerry, we are happy to oblige. David McElhaney, ID infrastructure specialist for Merck Animal Health, joins us today. Now, David, thanks for coming on the show and answering some questions for us. Let's just dive right into this because lots of producers are concerned of who's going to have the burden and the brunt and the cost of these certain tags. That's been brought up a lot. Sale barn owners have reached out saying how they are frustrated when trying to process all of these weigh-up cows and the weigh-ups and having to deal with all of these tags. So producers understand that this is here and that we're trying to make changes, but it's rather difficult to implement them.
Well, in fact, yeah, there's been a process over time, and that is kind of the beauty of this country. People have choices. They may or may not, the technology may or may not fit their business model. So that's what the decision they have to make. And at Merck Animal Health, and particularly the Allflex brand and our full suite of products, that's what we try to do is provide solutions for the various enterprises those people are entering into. So it may or may not fit them. It may or may not be exactly what they need. Maybe some other component of our products fits them better.
And that's what we're here to talk about is solutions. What can we do? And I know many times you know this, those of you that follow our show, especially in our show notes on our website, ranchitupshow.com, we've made reference towards many times with Merck and their products. So go there, click on those links. It's very easy to follow along in case you're a little unsure of what the rules and regs are. We've tried to lay that out for you is clear and concise as we possibly can. Let's talk specific product now. Let's talk about these tags, cost of them from Merck. What is it? What are we looking at?
Well, sir, the retail price, I'm not going to get into that in detail. It's going to vary a little bit depending on probably your relationship with your distributor and so forth like that. But the value proposition is, I think, where we want to look at. Market channel access, fitting into different programs, whether it's an NHTC, maybe organic, et cetera, et cetera. That's where the value proposition is on the tag. So it's a tool to help people manage their cattle and assimilate data points that may be valuable to the next person in the chain.
So let's say somebody wants to get in one of those programs like NHTC. This tag will satisfy that particular program requirements?
Yes, in most cases. I'm not going to say all of them, but in most cases, the uniqueness of the ID in the ear, that unique number for simplicity, a social security number like we all have, it makes that very unique to that animal. So tying data to that data points makes that more valuable and easier to move the data and transport it to the next person in the chain.
So will any of these tags, will they qualify? Do you know if I'm going to pick on a seed stock guy and we put prefixes, ranch prefixes in the ear for those specific registration numbers that are later developed? Can the tag replace that?
The RFID tag can. It is unique, but that's going to, again, be determined by the breed association that they're working with, that producer, so forth like that. But it is a unique number. Again, circling back to the Social Security number that we all have, it's unique to us. It lives and dies with us.
And location, where are we recommending you putting these tags in?
Proper location is between the middle two ribs in the center part of the ear. That's the ideal location to put that, between those two ribs. That increases survivability, but also increases readability. So pretty vital to do, get it the proper location with any tag you're using, whether it's a panel tag or an RFID tag. You want to try to do as much as you can to make it survive better, have better performance, all the above.
No, I am in total support of being able to capture data, capture information, because numbers don't lie. That's the thing that I really love about this business is it's a benchmark and tell you where you're at, what you need to do different. Numbers don't lie. It's universal, any language we look at. Now, from a practical shoot side standpoint, as a producer, I have to look at this and say, okay, I've got my ranch ID tag. I'm putting in fly tags. Yes, I'm taking all the bale twine off my bales and net wrap. I look at it, a lot of other guys too, and you do too, David. You know this, that guys say, gosh, is this thing going to rip out? Am I going to have that problem? What happens if it rips out? How do I, if I've got 500 all black cows and I've got a few of them that lose their tag, how do I know which one goes back into that right cow?
Some of that will depend, again, on the program and, the regulatory agency that you're dealing with, your state vet, USDA, and so forth like that. But if they're just using a manufacturer-coded tag, which a lot of folks in the beef industry do use that because they fall under the 18 months of age, so they don't have to have official ID to travel. They'll travel on back tags, group lots, things like that. They don't have to have any kind of official marking on them. So in that case, it's simply put another tag in if they do lose it. And it largely depends on the animal. Like there's clean animals and dirty animals. It's just that where that animal's willing to put its head. A lot determines how well that tag stays in over time. But the easy point is it is replaceable. It's not super costly, so people can maintain identity with it. And the products that we have developed with match pair sets, so forth like that, tags are cross-referenced. The visual tags referenced on the male button of the RFID number, the last 12 digits of it, or on the shoulder of the panel tag, things like that we try to do to make it better for the producer, easier to manage their animals. And that's what we do at Merck Animal Health. So we try to provide solutions and tools for people. Not all of them apply to everybody, so they pick and choose what tools best fit them and how they want to assimilate all that data into and aggregate it to better fit market channels.
So in this situation, is the place to go to help still answer questions to our veterinarian? And would you say that's still probably the best place go and start that conversation?
Yeah, your veterinarian's always going to be that person in the room with you that is going to have that broad base of knowledge and so forth like that'll help you work through any issues that you have, maybe make good recommendations for management. But also there are other people, in our case, Merck Animal Health, we have 90 plus field reps that are out there willing and able to help guide people and show them the solutions that we have, the opportunities for those to be applied to their particular situation. So there's a lot of, and distribution partners as well. They have reps out there. So the availability of knowledgeable people out in the field, they are there. People should utilize them.
And I know a number of the Merck reps, and they are excellent people, and they're valuable resources, and it's just part of another tool in the toolbox. And I encourage people that if they do even don't understand the slightest thing, is to call one of our reps. They will be able to walk you through and be able to put you in the best program that fits for you.
Absolutely. We have a lot of trained professionals out in the field, and some have very specific areas that they touch. But everybody can get you to somebody that can help you, and that's what they're there for. Utilize them. It's free. Why wouldn't you use them? Bring them in and get some idea of the solutions you're seeking.
And if you have a question, ask the question. Don't go on social media. Don't get opinions of your neighbors. Actually seek out the right question and get the right answer, because we know how that goes. We right away want to go to another outside source and just see where the squeaky wheel gets the grease, right? And so where a lot of the tension goes, that's where we think we need to follow along. But if you have any kind of a question, just pick up your phone and just call.
Absolutely. Fact is always better than someone's opinion. Everybody has opinions, but fact, that you can never go wrong with fact. And that's what the Merck Animal Health staff will give you as fact.
David McElhaney with Merck Animal Health, thank you for the time. Jerry, thank you for reaching out. And we will be reaching out to additional producers who are using EID tags specifically to qualify feeder cattle for various programs. I want to get the good, the bad, and the ugly from it. And I have information in the show notes at ranchitupshow.com with specific charts of what animals need to have tags when crossing state lines and which animals do not. So, share with us your thoughts, as I said, good, bad, and indifferent about EID tags, maybe some of your experiences. Like we said, good, bad, and indifferent. We'd love to hear from you. The email is ranchitupshow@gmail.com, and our hotline to call or text is 707-726-2420. That's 707-RANCH-20. Crew, it's time for a break. The Ranch It Up radio show will be back with market recaps, updated sale information, and a lot more, so keep it locked.